Jeep. Only in a Jeep. What do you think? Let's see what's cooking. If I can figure out where the hood latch release lever is. There it is. Boing. Jeep. Let's see if I can put this thing through the hood. Jeep. V6 Jeep. So what do you think? This hip chick said I needed something a little bit more classy and a little bit less rusty. And four-wheel drive and Snow White. So we went. And forget that Suburban, forget that Blazer. And forget that I'm telling you a lie. $10 a day we rented this Enterprise rental car. I rent crappy Hyundai to drive 1,600 miles, almost 3,000 kilometers, and I get bald tires. And the nerve of the guy to tell me the tires had acceptable tread when they were right down to the wear bars, which is right there. See that wear bar? There's a little bar there that's raised above the tread level, and that tells you when the tire's worn down. And when the tire's at the tread wear bar or just above it, the tires are junk. So I decided to rent a vehicle because I got the Suburban up on jacks. And Enterprise is a special in the winter, on the weekends, $10 a day plus $1.50 tax. The whole thing was $22.89 from Saturday at 1 o'clock till Monday at 1 o'clock. And you can't beat that. So I go to the rental place. Actually, they picked me up in this Jeep. She says, just look for the Wrangler. We'll pick you up in a Jeep, and then you can get your economy rental that you rented for $9.99 a day. So I get to the rental desk. It's almost 1 o'clock. They're closing for the weekend. And she says, what would you like? I said, how about a silver Chevy Impala that I saw outside? She says, no, that's rented. What about the black one? No, that's rented. I said, what about... I'd rented a Nissan Versa. What about that Nissan pickup truck? She says, yeah, sure, no problem. But why don't you just take the Jeep? Your stuff's already in it, because they picked us up with our luggage. And I said, you gotta be kidding. And Miss Hip Chick says, yay, yay, only in a Jeep. So yeah, Hertz gives me a real with a $260 rental for 3 days. And I got this for 2 days for less than 1/10 of the price. The tires are real nice. Those are acceptable. The tires on that Hertz were unacceptable, dangerous. The nerve of the guy to say, yeah, no problem, they're fine. Then he offers to give me a $50 refund. I said, wait a second, the fuel tank wasn't full. If you charge $9.99 a gallon and I put in 2.6 gallons, you owe me $26, just like I'd owe you. So he's actually offering me a $25 discount, BFD. I get the final charge. It's supposed to be $255 because we brought it back a day early, which they say they could charge you for. Yes, returning early is a chargeable offense. So they reduced my bill from the $568 they held on my credit card. Instead of going down to $255, which my invoice says that I got at the airport, they charged me $260 something, $10 more. And where's this measly, meager $50 rebate? Thank you, Hertz. I love doing business with you. Yeah. So back to the Jeep. It's a Wrangler, it's a four-door, it's a Sport, it's a V6. It gets 17 miles per gallon, taking it real easy, driving 60 miles an hour, under 100 kilometers an hour. It's got a Dana 44 front end maybe, or a Dana 40, or a Dana 30, who knows. I'm not getting down on my hands and knees because it's too slippy and slidey and sloshy, so I'll lean on this pull bar, and I can't see the differential. Where is... There it is. Offset to the driver's side. What kind of differential is it? I don't know. Dana 30? Who knows? It's a V6 Pentastar. It drones at 60 miles an hour. You got a little bit of wind noise. Driver's door doesn't close properly, even with the window open. It springs open. Back one's much better. Back one closes just right.
Okay.
Making a video. Oh yeah, I know, you're blowing your ears out with the pressure. So this might need to be adjusted a little bit. Just gonna move that way, touch. This vehicle is made in, this vehicle conforms to all applicable U.S. Federal Motor Vehicle Safety and Theft Prevention Standards in effect at the date of manufacture shown above. It is manufactured by FCA US LLC, Fiat Chrysler Automobiles US LLC, and it's made in. I'm going to close the door on this hip chick's ears. This vehicle may include mercury added devices installed by the manufacturer, video display, navigation, blah 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 blah. It's alright, but I don't know about this carpet business here. What kind of crap is this? What is this? They gotta be kidding. Looks like a bargain stuffed toy from China. Let's wrap that the way it's supposed to be wrapped. What a mess. You wouldn't find that in a Cadillac, Mr. Gas Subwild. And if you want to put your feet under the seat like tall people do, release a bit of back pressure and your feet end up sitting on top of this very high ledge. It's uncomfortable. The power lock button should be over here. Unlock, lock. Like, you know, like the old buttons that you used to lift to unlock. Duh. Fog lights. Let's see. Fog lights are there. That's fog lights. The turn signal is really snappy when it snaps and unsnaps. It's a bit of thick grease. And the ticker is loud. Let's play it. Pretty loud clicker. Let's crank this baby up. Got quite the buzz of the drone. The noise, vibration, harshness guy didn't get his job done on this Jeep Wrangler 2016. Pretty buzzy. It's an overhead cam with coil on spark plug. And the air intake comes right in through there. How about an air intake right through the hood, running down the side of the windshield? Only in a Jeep. Yeah, we know. Got little badges and little trinkets. So it's alright. I don't know what these things cost, $25,000, $30,000. I don't know where they're made. It says Fiat Chrysler US. Air conditioners over there. The alternator runs forward of a belt drive because there's the back of the alternator. Alternator. There we go. Don't need that. Junk. Interesting. Plastic intake manifold. I wonder if it has those plastic gaskets that fail on the 4.3s and the 5.3s. They run great when they're new, but who's going to fix these things when they break with all their endless complications? They're complicated. Things are so hard to get to. At least the engine's exposed. Some of these newer vehicles, even the last 10, 15 years, like the Dodge pickups, the cowl is right on top of the 6-cylinder Cummins. Hard to work on. Alternator's easy to get to. Some stuff is easy, some stuff is hard. It's alright. I wouldn't spend the big bucks. I don't know if I'd buy anything. Chevrolet Bolt, Prius, big chunky tires, and no wheel locks. Just steal that beautiful spare tire with lots of wheel weight. Why does it have so many wheel weights? That's 43 grams plus 35. It's probably a limit of the amount of grams you should put on. And the tailgate opens from this side. You'd think it would open from that side so you could service it from the curb, not the English or South African way, where they drive on the wrong side of the road, or Australia. Zoop. Only in a Jeep. What's underneath here? Is it pop? Open sesame. What am I missing? What am I missing? Can't stick something there. Must be a release button or knob or latch somewhere. Stop it from flipping open. Padding on the roll bar. Lots of interior lights. That's handy. There's no outside temperature indicator, which I thought all vehicles had. Not the Jeep. Zip. Bit of wind noise. The only complaint I have about the ride, it is a Jeep. It's not a short wheelbase Jeep. It gets really choppy when the road's bumpy. Doink, 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 doink. The teeter-totter business. Boink, 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 boink. The steering's a bit heavy. It's a Jeep. It's a man's vehicle. You wouldn't understand. Women don't like Jeeps. Silly boys. Four-wheel driving is for women. What else could I tell you about it? I'll think of something else as soon as I turn off the camera. You know how that goes. Where are these parts made? Made in Mexico, made in China. It's got a loud horn that you can hear all the way on the inside, like the horns under the dash. Beep, beep. The power window buttons are in a weird spot. They are lighted at nighted. Lighted at nighted. They got auto down. Got it on all of them, I wonder. Yep. Auto up. My Mercedes has auto up, so you can chop your head off. Weird spot for the windows. Nice and fast. Everything works well when it's new. Just this door. Maybe I'll fix it before I return it with a Torx T50. I'll adjust it. Vehicle made in USA. There we go. Right there. Manufactured in USA, just like the Cadillacs. You gotta put some finishing carpet trim. Sew the edge, bind the edge a little bit. And the seat could go back further for my long legs. Bang! Bang! All right, keep banging it. Keep banging it. Oh, sorry, babe. Yep. I have the windows open. See? There we go. Bang, bang. Trail rated. Gotta adjust that. There's the horns. One here. It's a Fiam made in USA, just like on the Suburbans. Fiam. Suburban. I wonder if they use waterless coolant on these new vehicles, like Jay Leno said you should use. Plastic thermostat outlet. Yep, plastic. What's going to happen to these cars in 20, 30 years? They're going to disintegrate. Whether the steel rusts or the plastic dries out. Too bad, so sad. What it does have is a transmission oil dipstick. I didn't like that. I have to get rid of that 10, 15 years ago. No hood acoustic pad. What size engine is this? Same engine as in the Mercedes? 3.6 liter. Alright, we're done playing here. A little thing to push over. You just push the whole lever. I think we have a little button here. Blink, 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 blink. So that's my very unscientific, very unrehearsed review of the Jeep. It's alright. $10 a day, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'm giving it back Monday, 1 o'clock. Only in a Jeep. Back to the Suburban painting. I suppose. Reliable, no check engine light. My favorite Suburban.